ballista alongside of it and all that jazz, but, you know, range support into Alistair, I like it, but not going to be the case this time around. As here we go, we have our compositions ready, and an insane amount of kind of frontal engage from the side of T1, so immediately that just makes me think...
You know, they go through minions, like the E goes through minions, so it's very easy to hit that and harass while also clearing. And she's very powerful in late game engages, amazing at it yet. So we'll see.
Yeah. It's also a champion that can basically make the waves disappear into thin air. So, if you're hoping to not fight up against Faker in the lane too much, your auto attack makes things even easier. It's a fun champion. It's pretty intuitive, right? And now we have this engage down on the bottom side. Delight is going to eat a bunch of damage, but so will Keria ignite a lot of CC. You could make it happen. We do have Ellen down on the bottom side, speaking of which, but Chieftain is here as well. As the engage will come in, Delight may have to flash this one, and, well, okay. He's just going to get blown up and deleted. There you go. First Blood decides not to flash, thought he could survive the Pantheon engage, but he was wrong.
I think there's a misjudgment here for Brian as well. All in by Faker.
Oh boy. Well,
he gets charmed though.
A lot of damage himself. He's going to get ulted by Umpty. He does have QW. He's going to be keeping Umpty at a distance, and that's going to be enough. As after that ultimate is used, there wasn't much else for him to do to Faker.
You need your
Storm. And even an Alistair and his bit of disengage is pretty nice. They wait enough time, and they think they're safe. They've got Chieftain nearby. They have the teleport coming in. The engage goes down onto Keria, and they will, in fact, pick up this kill. So finally, Fred Brion getting something going down on the bottom side.
Yeah, really unfortunate they killed him.
So Faker already in just an insane spot. He's 1-0 with that one kill. He has 142 CS. And just absolute domination once again as Zeus trying to put on the pressure up on the top side, and Hoya looks like he's had enough. He wants to get fighting here. Zeus will have to back out of range first before he does pack the Dominus. And now we're rolling up here on this Infernal Drake. They're just going to start it, and they're on vision. So you would imagine that T1 absolutely do not want to let this go. As teleports will come in, and the front line is just going to get blown up. Chieftain way too far forward. Keria soaks a lot of the damage, as does LM, but nobody's dying on the side of T1 somehow, some way.
So good.
Look at these incredibly low health bars. It just doesn't matter. All 5 members of T1 will survive. They're going to take the Infernal Drake, and now a 7,000 gold lead at 15 minutes.
Really greedy to look for that Drake play. Desperate times call for desperate measures, but Chieftain...
Oh boy. I think he is just dead. Yeah, there it is. Shockwave comes in, and Faker picks up a 4th kill in game number 2.
They actually don't know where Keria is. They don't know where LM is, so he can't push it further. Once we see this rotation through, he decides not to back, and he's staying bottom. That's all they're getting right now in this trade. Team 1 are very happy with this exchange. Ooh, nice cask, though.
That was pretty good, but no follow-up. Like, seriously.
Henna's
nobody's getting in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with that, they're going to break the inhibitor already. It's very, very early on. And so they decide they're not
then T1 probably get both. So it's like, okay, if T1 just plays like this, how can they lose? Which is very much like, you know, SKT of old LCK, very slow, very careful. You know, a lot of people will say it's very resonant sleeper, but hey, if it's going to get T1 waiting for as the time tick down, and this really just has to be a perfect charm engage. And they're going to have a cast maybe to start it off. So difficult to pull this off. Umpty's caught. Oh no.
Great angle here from Keria. Easily able to shut that one down. And now you don't have anything from the Seraphine. You have no follow-up. Great follow-up engage from Delight, but a little bit too little, too late. As Faker will run down a couple of guys on the side of Fred Brion. And so 3 kills in favor of T1, and now it looks like they might go for that Baron.
Yeah, and it's like leaving your wallet at home, you know? The one way you get what you want. You got your money in your pocket, you think, you walk up, you're like, okay, we're going to have this perfect exchange, we're going to have this really awesome charm, this is maybe a way we fight this back, and then, boom. First person that gets caught, first person is dead, doesn't get to get the charm he wants, it's Umpty. Target selection is perfect for T1. And I mean, you don't win that fight without that ultimate. You know, that's why you drafted it.
I feel like T1 did spread pretty nicely for that. You know, if you're in a game like this, you kind of, you know, what can you do but try to practice against some of the newer champions that are in, some of those newer mechanics that you might not be as used to.
Yeah.
We've heard some pro players talking about how they feel like part of the reason why Rel and Seraphine are very strong is because teams still are getting used to the way that they engage and their kits and stuff like that. So
yeah,
cool to see.
I think that the setup was good there, the split was good, the focus was good, and T1 just seemed much more prepared against the Seraphine than Umpty has mastery of it. And they didn't have vision. It's hard to put too much blame on Fred Brion here because this game has just been so difficult the entire time. They've had no vision control. All these waves have been pushed. Like T1 are playing the safest game. They're the tortoise in the tortoise in the hare, and slow and steady is going to win this race. Although it's like the fastest tortoise I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's quite nice actually. Just riding on the back of this tortoise. Getting in there. It helps when they have the Baron buff. It makes the tortoise run faster as well. Bro are going to give it one last go. They're going to defend it here at the inhibitor turret, or at least attempt to. As here comes Granite Skyfall right into your back line, as he would love to get that execute onto Umpty. It is not going to land. Elam is even emoting him. No chill from this jungler. As T1, it looks like now they've had enough time, enough safety, and they will look to end this game.
Yeah, just going to be an easy cleanup here on these objectives. They need to push this minion wave a little bit further forward. This Faker wants more. Umpty going to get out of that one, but he's not going to be able to do anything.
Oh man, they're actually going to kill him.
Yikes.
Okay. Well, there you go. 25 and a half minutes. And that will be the end of that series. Not much else to say. Just utter domination from T1 here up against Fred Brion. 2 games that were just around 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And really no hope there for Fred Brion.
This is